Hi everybody, welcome very much to the channel. We are here for the first game here on the channel from an Age of Empires 4 tournament. This is for Killer Pigeon, Midweek Muster, and the first tournament with the new civilizations from the most recent Age of Empires 4 DLC. This is the round of 16, and we have in the color orange is Kiljardi playing as the House of Lancaster, and this civilization has been the source of many Reddit posts. I think now they are pretty chill. Of course, the design, the core design of the civilization, I think it's not healthy for the game because it makes it too slow and too much about sitting in base and whatnot. But I think they are not so hard to beat. I think sometimes against civilizations that have very strong feudal age, ramp push, or some knights to use, they are actually kind of weak. Kinda too much passive. Their military being too cheap and beating strong units might be a problem, but let's see how our other player in the color purple, representing Team VES, it's Valdemar, playing as the Vasi dynasty, and the Vasi might be a great counter to House of Lancaster, because House of Lancaster loves to do the manners around their base, but Abbasid, they don't need to research any technology or even build a blacksmith to make some ramps. So they can do very easily a ram push that can punish the passiveness, the passivity, the being passive nature of the House of Lancaster. But then if that fails, it's pretty much GG, because then the economy of House of Lancaster will just run rampant. And we are here on Relic River, which is a weird water map, not because it's bad, it's just really weird because only has water, or usable for economical purposes water, down here. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fishes, or shoreline fish, with 500 food each. And then there is no more fish around the whole river, which I don't understand why that's the case. I'm not saying it's bad, I just really don't understand why or what's the point. Maybe they just really want to focus the players to fight for that part of the water. Because if you notice, that part of the water is really in between the players' bases, but not directly. It's kind of a bit down south. It's not really in front of the enemy. It's not really in the middle of the players, I mean. So it's kind of like a secondary objective, but can be very relevant. I've casted some games now in this map, and I didn't see a lot of people going for... I mean, I didn't see nobody, truth be told, to go for those fish over there in Relic River. Actually, Valdemar, pushing the deer in, I'm sure he's not going to be interested in getting that fish down there. Kiljardi going Lancaster Castle, very common. I've seen some players use Abbey of Kings to get the Lords of Lancaster, but they feel kind of not useless, but very hard to justify. Very hard to actually do something with them, because with the English King, which spawns on a horse, or as a knight, I mean, it's actually very easy to use it to raid and arrest the enemy, but the Lord of Lancaster is kind of a man-at-arms. It's an infantry, it's a foot soldier, and it's very slow, so it takes a long time to reach the opponent base, and imagine he's attacking the gold, right? And then, now, imagine Valdemar moves his villager away from gold to somewhere else. Then it takes so much time for the Lord of Lancaster to go to another resource. It's really good if Lancaster decides to play heavy feudal, because the Lord of Lancaster gives 5% extra HP to units surrounding it. But in this current state of the game, it's very hard to see actually House of Lancaster to go deep into feudal age. They just want to do their manners as much as possible and then go castle age, pump some units while they go castle age to defend themselves, and then they chilling from there. Valdemar going second TC, they went economical wing, they clicked fresh foodstuffs, they also clicked... Oh no! Not even a meal yet, so fresh foodstuffs... It's Fertile Crescent here, guys, not fresh foodstuffs. Fresh foodstuffs will come from the meal. Not yet researched, so second TC, no third TC. House of Lancaster going a bunch of manors. They don't need second TC. I've seen some players going manors and second TC. The economy of the Lancaster was actually pretty crazy, but like that's just too much exposure. It just takes too much time to execute, and any good player will be able to punish that. And now fresh foodstuffs coming in from Valdemar. Kiljardi still building manors, going for an archery range as the third manor is being built, so some yeomen will be coming out. Valdemar will attack here, or will just try to get more eco. Because if Valdemar is too passive and he tries to compete in macro, he might be left behind. Because House of Lancaster really has a very, very strong economy. Perhaps the strongest economy and the safest economy in the game. First yeoman popped out. Will Kiljardi be trying to focus into some aggression here? Or just a little harassment? Yeoman coming forward. That ability was nerfed. It's only available in the Castle Age. I know, actually no. I always think that. I always think that ability is only available in the Castle Age, but it's not true. You just need to research it. Over here. Oh no, it is. Oh guys, sorry. So I was right. That ability is only available in the Castle Age, and it's really, really good, but it got nerfed. So it's not as destructive as it was, because it was almost an insta-kill to the backline of the enemy army. Kiljardi now harassing the solo villager of Valdemar on the gold, which is forced to retreat. We've seen a second yeoman. Valdemar going into horseman. Already the stable is built. It's going for his own archers as well. Yeoman looking for the woodline. Will not have any success. Woodline is there protected by town center. And no more yeomans being produced. Notice that Kiljardi is nobody on food. He's now too focused in building manors. That will give a good amount of food. It now can go up to 6. And then later on, after paying 200 wood and 400 gold, he can build 3 more manors to reach the maximum number of 9. Yeoman's retreating, because the horseman is already over there, looking for damage. And maybe Kiljardi just trying to force Valdemar to overreact. And then Kiljardi will be going to the Castle Age himself. A lot of people on wood, so he wants more manors. Will he get... Yeah, he can get the next upgrade very, very soon. The open field system. Can click it now. But if he wants to go castle, he'll not be he's clicking... No, he's levying the nobles. Muster the nobles. Levy 2 demi-lancers and 1 additional 1 for each manor. So 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be 8 manors. Then we have the Shire Levy and the Exact Militia Program. Interesting names, I like that. Valdemar looking to go Castle Age, a lot of food available, already dropping some farms, preparing for the future. Horseman from Valdemar approaching now the base of Kiljardi. Kiljardi going to the deer, might be a too exposed deer, but Valdemar has no idea about that. But look at that, so many Danny Lancers. The horsemen from Valdemar have no chance. Even though they are weaker than a normal knight, they still are heavy, and they still have gains +1 damage for each active keep, which there is 1. So they have 1 extra damage naturally, 8 sword damage versus 9 spear damage, but they have, that's the scout, they have 2 melee armor, and the horsemen have 0 melee armor. And 125 HP for the horsemen, the demi-lancers up to 140, so the demi-lancers will win. And it's just so many of them. 8 versus... Oh, the horseman died. Then the Lancers raiding the goal of Valdemar. Valdemar is going to the Castle Age as we speak. Only 2 archers to defend. Oh, damn. The town center and the tower are helping a little bit. 1 demi-lancer goes down. But Valdemar is ahead by almost 10 villagers. No, by more than 10 villagers, by 12 villagers. But Kiljardi is going to the Castle Age as well, and it doesn't really matter. Because Kiljardi with more food per minute, more gold per minute, and similar wood income per minute as well. But it's true, you have to invest into a lot of manors and the upgrade to invest into more manors. The White Tower is the choice to keep the base safe. I always think the King's College, it's slightly better because you get a 15% discount in all technologies, which is really, really nice. But if you're afraid of being raided... Oh, and also this White Tower will spawn some units, which actually it's not in the description. I think it will spawn like 3 Earl's Guards, I mean. The Demi-Lancer is back to the goal of Valdemar. And 1 villager goes down, the first kill of the game. But Valdemar is getting very ahead though. Almost 20 villagers lead for Valdemar. Kiljardi coming back to the base. Lost 4 of the Demi-Lancers, so up to half. Oh, and they get upgraded immediately. They get Shadow upgraded, no way. I mean, I guess it makes sense because you can build them from stables, right? So there will be no place to upgrade them. How much armor do they get? They get 20%, 20 more HP and 2 more ranged armor and 1 more melee armor. I know the ranged armor is from the blacksmith, so they gain 1 in terms of armor. And yeah, it was the 3 Earl's Guards. Oh, Desert Raiders. No, Camel Riders coming through. They debuff cavalry and they do extra damage versus cavalry. Plus 14, which is really good. So the Demi-Lancers, they have no shot against them. But the Earl's Guard actually doing some good damage. 13 war hammer. Is that siege damage? That's melee. And the knife also coming in. The knife throw is such a nice mechanic. It's really cool. I don't think it's particularly strong, but it's really cool. I'm gonna shout out to the devs for adding some cool details like that. Now Valdemar with a first Lancer, a couple of Spearmen and Archers retarding the attack of Kiljardi. Kiljardi lost a lot of his composition going to his own Knights. The Earl Guards really helped. Lost a lot of the Demi-Lancers too. What will be the plan here for Valdemar now? Raiding will be kinda complicated. White Tower and Castle of Lancaster, no, the Lancaster Castle, protecting very well this part of the base, but this part is very open. And the deer is almost running out, no sign for farms. The other deer is very, very exposed. So Kiljardi might be struggling with food. It's true that the manors give a lot of food as well. Did you get already the other upgrade? Not yet. And the deer hunting operation got exposed now. Camel Riders attacking the villagers from Kiljardi. Kiljardi going into more archery ranges. Perhaps it will be a change into crossbows here. Yeoman and Earl Guards with some ranged attacks. Pushing away the Camel Riders. The Knights from Kiljardi charging into them. The charge doesn't get through. It was too long. For right now, actually, Kiljardi is ahead when it comes to food. Now, oh, they will be levying some yeoman. 8 yeoman and plus 1 for each manor. So 8 plus 6. It will be up to 14 yeomans. Out of nowhere. Good army from Valdemar actually approaching Kiljardi, securing the relics. It's going to be the 3rd one already. Good moves from Kiljardi. He's now retreating. He's kind of having trouble mustering an army. Oh, there we go. You guys heard that? It sounded like a printing machine. He went now to up to 27 longbows. Yeomans, I mean. Oh, and that's a cool technology, actually. Oh, no, that's synchronized shot, because it is a technology. Oh, but it's from the King's College. The King's College comes with a lot of technologies, and one of them increases the bonus damage of certain units, or all units. So not the damage in general, but the bonus damage. No, it's going to be actually, Kiljardi is reuniting 4 relics at the moment. That's really, really nice. Second TC from Valdemar, almost placing him at 4 villager lead. 40, I mean, and because he went triple TC, because he knows about the power of the economy of House of Lancaster. Can he muster a strong army, though? because he's now investing a lot of food to keep the triple TCs working. Already has some farms, because you want Eco Wing, he can get better farms, which he's already getting, and his farms are also cheaper, so farm transition is a bit easier for Valdemar here. Kiljardi is pushing through. Can he do damage? Valdemar doesn't have a lot of defenses. He has one tower in the triple TC. The army was moving away, coming back now. Some raiding with cavalry will be doing nicely. Oh, the villagers... Oh, Valdemar will be seeing that. But he's also seeing the attack of Kiljardi. That's a lot of units. Yeoman approaching. Manganel on the hill gets cancelled. Oh, there you go. The synchronized shot still did a lot of damage. I've seen some people on Reddit complaining that now they can't even kill villagers with synchronized shot. But the point of the synchronized shot is not to win the fight with a synchronized shot, is to help win the fight. So if you can just kill the whole army, that's broken. But right now it's super useful because it does tons of damage. And then they just come up with their extra range and finish the fight. The cavalry is going to go for some villagers there, and this is a good fight for Kiljardi. He now has double the military population. I think Valdemar perhaps was a bit too greedy with eco, or just wasn't possible. Perhaps with just the normal rhythm of the game, and he wasn't able to muster enough army. Because that's one of the advantage of House of Lancaster. You can have crazy eco and muster crazy army almost at the same time. Valdemar failing to defend is down to 7 units. I think it's GG. Valdemar still ahead though by a good amount in terms of villagers. Good income of food per minute. What's the food sources here for Kiljardi? It's only the manors. Still on sheep. Remember, the House of Lancaster, they gather faster from sheep. Still the yeoman's looking to get some villagers. Even after losing 15 villagers, Valdemar was almost 40 villagers ahead. Now it's 35 villagers ahead, a bit more. Gulams coming out. Kiljardi also lost a lot of his army. The yeoman numbers got reduced quickly. He's still up to 18, so that's nice. A secondary attack comes through, but he lost most of the cavalry. And with that, it's tough to dive a base. And Valdemar still with a good villager lead, almost 40 once again. So he can come back quickly. Let's see the production of Valdemar. Does he have enough production to translate his economy into units? 4 barracks, 3 archers, and 1 archery range, and 1 stable. That might not be enough, because he has a lot of eco, but not a lot of production. He's adding in more as we speak, so he knows he needs a bit more of production there to bring things back to life. Kiljardi coming forwards. And now going to add more manors with the open field system technology. So this is not the final form, not the final passive income of House of Lancaster. More manors could come in and will come in. Some idle villagers there for Kiljardi. And also 4 relics. But the manors do not generate gold at the moment, only in Imperial Age, and you have to research scutage. The Lord of Lancaster levies attacks on all vassals to fund war efforts. Manors generate 40 gold per minute. I really like a lot of new upgrades have like cool descriptions. Like on the King's College, for an example, the other landmark in the Castle Age for House of Lancaster, there is a technology to make, I think, the Hoblars stronger, and the description is pretty cool, because it's saying by training in rough terrain, the horses get stronger, basically. It's more complex, it's a bit more detailed, the description, but that's basically what it entails, and it's pretty cool. Instead of just gains plus attack and a certain percentage of health, it kind of explains why that technology brings the bonuses that it brings, and I really like that. We see some emergency walls from Valdemar coming through, Kiljardi approaching with lancers and yeomans. Only 9 lancers. The synchronized shot did some good preemptive damage. That's a lot of gulams. Not a lot of crossbows from Valdemar, only 7, so the lancers could reign free if The Yeoman snap down the crossbows, but double mangonel here could put an end to this attack of the Yeomans. The shots miss, but the Lancers are not hanging on because the crossbows in the back and the Spearman in the front. Oh, they still Feudal Age. The Spearman from Valdemar still Feudal Age because he's struggling for gold. The gold in the front cannot be used, and there is no... Oh no, there is gold right there. Never mind, never mind. Oh, but it's running low. And now it's being raided by Lancers and Yeoman. Great reaction from Valdemar. He's also fighting in the front, also dodging attacks in the back. Good map awareness. Being synchronized shot, killing the reinforcements of Valdemar. And now Yeoman will be able to run away because they move faster than any archer, I believe. Now maybe you have the same movement speed as normal archers with more range and more damage, which is insane. 2k foot per minute for Valdemar, so economy is there. He's just now making more stables. He wants more cavalry on the field. Kiljardi coming back once again. Gulams and crossbows, the choice here for Valdemar. Spearman will just die too quickly for the Yeoman, especially not being upgraded. Military Academy will produce units faster, and I think with good lineage tier 2... No, it's research speed, okay. Production speed plus 20% on tier 3. So 20 buildings left for that. Still a lot. Still a lot. And I think Valdemar already has already all of the houses. So he has to make 20 production buildings. Or like blacksmiths and stuff like that to achieve Golden Age tier 3. Synchronized shot, it's so cool. And it's actually kind of a skill check because you have to aim. You have to select where to attack with it. So if you're microing a lot, you might actually miss it, which is really good. The only ranged unit that you actually have to aim the ability, because their normal shots are still just need to click the unit. And now we see some villagers. I still repair the mangonel. A bunch of rams will be not produced by Valdemar. And the economy for Kiljardi is now receiving some farms. All the manors are on. 2k food per minute already for Kiljardi. With how many villas on food? With 25 plus the manors, that's nice. 60 villager lead for Valdemar. That's insane. He's almost pop capped, but that's the thing. Kiljardi, okay, he's a lot behind in the food economy, but he has so much space to make military. Imagine if he fulfills that space with now like 30 or 40 units, he'll be super ahead of Valdemar, which is already pop cap. The thing is, Valdemar could go to Imperial Age very soon, but he has to secure the goal, the goal, and Kiljardi is pushing through now. Rams going down here in an attempt to kill the keep. Yeoman miss the synchronized shot. Valdemar with a good composition. A lot of gulams to survive the impact from both lancers and the ranged units. But now Kiljardi added in some crossbows, which is a very good play, and Kiljardi is controlling the 3 sacred sites. I didn't realize that. Already 3 minutes have passed, but then... Okay, there you go. That single imam is stopping the clock. Over here is... Yeah, okay, it's just the imam. And Kiljardi now moving up with the arrow slits. No, with the tower, with the outpost on the other big gold. This big gold is still available 8k. Oh, it's culturing for Valdemar. Going very early into the Imperial Age. Maybe to get access to some cavalry to take down these keeps from far away safely, because it's very hard with the rams. Just go win and they can be targeted by the entire army of Kiljardi. Maybe Valdemar is looking to drop a keep here as well, because he wants to take Kiljardi away from this big gold right there. Still 1,000 gold in the bank, or in the base of Kiljardi, I mean, not in the bank, sorry about that. Some villagers got killed here by the Lancers, by the Knights of Kiljardi, but Valdemar still with a great economical villager lead. "40 seconds till the Imperial Age of Valdemar." We have a raid from Kiljardi into the base. Oh, Valdemar, Valdemar with some units there to defend. Will that be enough to stop the Knight raid? I don't think so, because now especially it's hard to chase those Knights away. The Spearman and the Crossbow are not in the right position, so they must chase after the army of Kiljardi, which is not the best thing to do. Kiljardi almost into the Imperial Edge as well, but Valdemar is the one reaching it first. And what will be the choices? We got Camel upgrades, Camel handling, increased movement speed of Camel units by 15%. That's interesting. Does that count for the traders as well? They are camels. Camel units, maybe it's only military units? Because we could see trade from this part of the base to that market. From Kiljardi, from Valdemar, I mean, from Kiljardi we have the Berkshire Palace. Where? In the base? No, it should be in the front line. It's not being built, so the villagers are traveling here to protect the other sacred site. What about the south sacred site? 3k food in the bank, by the way, for Valdemar. Here it's unprotected, nothing. Valdemar could just send a unit there to decap it. We have one villager, actually two. No, it's one. One villager there, gathering some wood. Gold ran out for Valdemar. He has no other option but to challenge this position or that position, but that will bring now an additional cost of having to deal with the Berkshire. Here it's pretty empty. We can get the gold there. That's where Valdemar is moving his villagers into. The army... Wait, they are not elite yet. Elite Gulams is coming soon. Not a lot of Gulams alive here to keep the fight going. Triple Trebuchet of Kiljardi attacking the Mangonel. Mangonel goes down indeed. Culverin in the back, not attacking the keep. And that was a big loss for Valdemar though. Especially losing the front line of Gulams. Now it's going to be a bunch of horsemen diving, and that's not enough. You need way more horsemen to deal with all those ranged units. Yeah, all the horsemen are already dead. Culverin targeting the keep. It's doing some good progress, but it needs more time. More and more horsemen coming through. Fight by the waterfall. Beautiful cinematic scenario. And the army from Valdemar is losing gas. Or is it? Or maybe not. That's more horsemen coming through. And the army from Valdemar goes down, but it's buying enough time to bring the keep from Kiljardi down. We have some villagers repairing though, and now there is no more time for Valdemar. He has to evacuate. Culverin now exposed. And those yeomans are being a problem to deal that Valdemar is not able to address the situation. He's not getting elite horsemen. Still could get +3 range defense. To bring up to 6 the range defense of the horsemen. It's too many yeomen, right? A lot of them. They'll be doing 5 damage. They're doing 6 now. So 6 times 38, it's still a lot. And the horsemen, most of them will be dead before they even reach the army of Kiljardi. Sacred Site being... Actually, the horsemen are tanking the Berkshire very nicely. Sacred Site might be neutralized. Actually, no, I think the horsemen will all die before that happens. So Kiljardi now pushing in return. Yeah, Valdemar is not enough units here. He was struggling for gold, is not getting a lot of it. Also trying to decap that sacred site. The villager is attacking the villager of Valdemar. Sacred site got decapped. No way! Kiljardi could have garrisoned the villagers and killed those horsemen quickly, but was busy doing something else. Almost a 70 villager lead for Valdemar, but he can't field enough military, I believe. Kiljardi is pushing into the production of Valdemar over here. Valdemar not able to mass any units. I think this is the end. I don't think Valdemar can push it back. He's stuck. Oh, bombarding placement, maybe. The Earl's Guards are getting so much damage. They're taking a lot of damage, eating up a lot of shots from Valdemar. And Kiljardi retreats with more gold in the bank. Less food per minute though, but that gold is making the difference here. Tie the barns, which make those relics generate even more resources in the monasteries. Valdemar preparing 2 mangonels. Oh, the dagger does 30 damage. That's actually pretty good. And it's ranged damage. Oh, villagers stopped making the wall there from Valdemar. Kiljardi retreats to the city of the keep. Protecting the town center, he reconquered the top sacred site. I said town center, now it's sacred site here. Not TC, guys, hold on. We go Horseman, Gulam, and Crossbow. Good siege as well. 3 mangonels and 1 culverin. Horseman looping around the keep, trying to backstab the army of Kiljardi. Kiljardi protecting the trebuchet. Horseman dive the army of Kiljardi. Knights frontlining the horseman, so the horseman won't be able to go through. The ranged units are already dead from Valdemar, and GG gets called. Kiljardi, with House of Plaincaster, takes game number 1. It's a best of 3, so thank you for watching, and let's go to game number 2.